everyone, welcome back to my channel, Nurse Katherine here. In today's video, I will be telling you how to become a travel nurse in 2021. I will be giving you 6 different points on what you need to know on how to become a travel nurse. But before we get this video started, do not forget to subscribe to my channel right now and give this video a big thumbs up. But other than that, let's get this video started. Travel nursing is a hot topic here in 2021, but do you actually know what you need to do to become a travel nurse or what it entails in becoming a travel nurse? Well, that's what I'm here to talk about today. So let's get these points started. Point number 1 would be you need experience. Most hospitals want you to have at least 2 years of experience in a specific field that you are applying into. So let's say you are a mother-baby nurse and you want to become a travel nurse but work in the ICU. Well, you won't be able to do that because you don't have experience as an ICU nurse. But if you have had experience in the past as an ICU nurse, but it's not your most recent worked in area, you still may be able to get that travel nurse contract. The 2-year rule is not set in stone, but this is just common among different hospital organizations and what I have found in trying to land my first contract as a travel nurse. Secondly, in how to become a travel nurse, you need to find an agency. You need to find an agency to represent you, to contract you to work at that specific company. Some hospitals will accept nurses working with one agency versus nurses working with a different agency because they have a relationship together. So working with multiple agencies may help you land that contract in becoming a travel nurse. Also remember, you have no loyalty to these agencies that you are working with. You are self-contracted. You are working for yourself. You are not working for these agencies. Yes, they are making money off of you, but you are here to represent yourself. So working with different agencies is okay. And working with different agencies gives you a little bit of wiggle room on your pay. If you come to one agency and really want to work with them, but this other agency is offering more money for the same contract, go back to that first agency and say, hey, this recruiter and this company is offering me this much money, X amount of dollars over here. Can you match that or go above that number? The third tip I want to give you on how to become a travel nurse is have somewhere and a time frame set in mind. What I mean by this is, do you want to do local travel nursing or do you want to actually be AKA traveler? You may not have known that you can do that. I am considered a local traveler. I am not considered a true travel nurse. Do you want a crisis response travel contract or do you want a normal travel contract? When you have a crisis response contract that you may be looking at, those contracts normally start within maybe 2 weeks of that time that you have applied. So you have to be prepared if you sign a crisis response travel contract to get your stuff and go. Now let's go back to the local versus a true traveler. I said I am a local traveler, and the difference between those is your taxes. I am not given housing stipends and I'm not given food stipends. I make a higher hourly rate than a true traveler because I am not getting those stipends. And I am taxed on all of the money that I make. I am not getting those stipends, which are untaxable money. They have a lower hourly rate, but I have a very, very high hourly rate, but I am taxed on all of my money. So know where you want to work and what type of travel nurse you want to be, if you want to be a local traveler or a true traveler. The fourth tip that I have for you on how to become a travel nurse is be open-minded. Have you worked at a magnet hospital your entire career and now you are working at a small community hospital? That's my case currently on the assignment that I am on. And it's really great to get that different experience. Have you always worked at a small community hospital and now you want to work at a magnet hospital? That is something that you will want to think about before going into travel nursing, is what type of facilities do you want to work at? But make sure you are open-minded, because hospitals are all different all over the United States. And one med-surg floor here may be totally different than another med-surg floor at this hospital. I will say I am finding that out now in the contract that I am under. I am doing a med-surg contract currently, but the small community hospital that I'm working at has no ICU step-down floor. So the med-surg unit is actually a step-down unit as well. So not only is it med-surg patients, but it's step-down patients as well. Okay, we are almost done. I have 2 more points for you. So the 5th point on how to become a travel nurse is talk yourself up on your checklist. I initially made the mistake of not doing this. The checklist is a list of nursing skills that you check yourself off on, and you rate yourself on that checklist, saying how confident you are in those skills. I was told I was too conservative and too reserved in my answers on my checklist for the experience that I had at the hospitals I was working. So I had to go back and redo my checklist because I could not land a contract. Once I redid my checklist and talked myself up a little bit, I actually gave myself the scores that I deserved. Then I landed my first contract. Of course, do not lie on your checklist, because that facility expects you to be able to perform what you said you can do independently on your checklist, but make sure you're not downplaying yourself as well. And the 6th tip I have for you on how to become a travel nurse would be apply to the job. Do not apply to the same job with 2 different companies. That is a great way to get yourself blacklisted from that facility that you are trying to get into. Now, you have applied and they are extending an offer to you. Now it's time to negotiate your contract. And what do I mean by negotiating your contract? Well, you'll have to find out next week in next week's video when we are talking all about travel nurse contracts. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel and hit that notification bell so you are alerted when that video is posted. It will be posted next Wednesday, so make sure you do hit that notification bell because you will not want to miss travel nurse contract information. Like I said, next week I will be posting a video about travel nurse contracts. The following week will be about orientation and what it's like your first week of travel nursing. And the 4th and final week of this mini series will be on pros and cons of travel nursing. So again, make sure you hit that notification bell and subscribe to my channel so you can be alerted when these videos are posted. All right, everyone, have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.